I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Oh yeah, I did. I just put a random in.
We meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
He's fine.
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
Yeah.
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third. This Shadow Hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
That sounds great.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
Yes.
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion.
Okay.
I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Oh, goody.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
Probably.
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on!
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
No matter how
probably-
quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hier know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Oh, no, 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 no.
Untold sorrow must be changed.
No, no, not her now.
Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
I'm gonna be the last one standing again. Whoa, she's gonna collapse this time.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
Good
I
question.
wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hier.
Thought she was gonna collapse. Now we're gonna be the last one standing. Just fine. Wait. Fucking easier. Hopefully, 22 feet somewhere. So I actually just need to teleport there and that's me. I'm fine. Don't need to go to the boat area. I hope. I actually hope to be honest. Oh, my throat feels a bit. Oh, my throat. Oh, yeah. Oh, that felt good. Right. Good. Before I do that, I want to go and donate my ship just to make sure. Don't know why, just want to donate. Hello. Hi. Want to get rid of some shite. You can have that. Yes. You can have that. You can have that. You can definitely have that. Or in here. You can have these. You can have these. You don't have those. You can have that. You have those. Donation time. Yes. Donate again. Really some shite. It's always. Don't use these. You can sell them in the market for a lot. You can have these. Fuck. Let me guess a little bit more. Not that much. You have that. Have the fish. Have that. Have that. Have that. Anything else seems pretty. Yeah. Nobody uses them much. Yeah, I don't think I'm just keep it. Thank you. Some room. Yeah, off we go. Off concerned, you get black injured. Tuesday at 8 o'clock Earth time. Don't worry, I won't be up at you in the morning. Hey, oh, I don't know you. I remember you. Let's see. You look familiar. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Never met you two. Who are you? I know who he is. I knew she was the cute bat. I remember you. Yes, I know you too. Fucking hell, you're tall, dude. Hi. Do you have a spare room? No. What the hell am I talking about? Greetings, my friends. Yeah, greetings, greetings, greetings. There's a what? No alliance? Ah, yes. Oh, that felt good. Oh. Still don't know who they two are, but I know him from somewhere. You need your strength. Yeah. So I should be able to open a dungeon, but I'll probably do that. Actually, I'll do that anyway. So I will unlock for the screens. And, yes. Why is my foot a bit weird today? Okay. Okay. Testing stage. Huh. Oh, yeah, it's my phone getting charged, that's why I keep seeing that flashing thing. I don't know what's fucking flashing there. Will you come too, if you don't mind, able to offer some insight. Haha. Oh, fuck. Actually, I never choose these things. I never actually choose these. I know they're good, but I never need them. I'm actually seriously thinking maybe just buy them from the market. It'd be easier. Give me the silver, yeah. Save them in my bench. They're my insurance. If I run out of money, I just go, look, I have 99 of those ones, and 99 is there, and 99 there. And I can just sell them. That's what I do. How much did I have to want? Oh, fuck. Nice. Saving them up. Perfect. What do we get next? Come on, give us more fucking gold. Cheapskate bastards. Join overload. Where are we going? Oh, it's a fucking Jew. Straight off the back. Oh wait, I'm looking at this one. What a dumbass. I'm looking at the wrong fucking thing. Wait. Yeah, just teleport. Easier, quicker, faster. Off we go. And at least I got the new raid out of the way. Yeah, I would have streamed it, but my connection just kept cutting off every fucking 5-10 seconds. That was pissing me off. So I closed everything down. It was annoying. But I admit it was a lot of fun. Thunder fucking god, bastard. Last boss was piss easy. Oh wait, he's up there. He's up here? Yeah, he is. Aye. Fucking itchy nose. I can't scratch it. Fucking annoying the crap out of me. Oh yeah. Ah, there we go. Oh man. Jesus Christ, these guys can move around fast. They had a different colour gear around this thing. Usually we're blue. Oh, it's that big giant wall they're fucking me to go down. Block them in.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand.
Of course they would. They work for Sid. Who else?
Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders.
Ooh, definitely, man. No, they said this is sort of like Donald Trump style with the walls.
Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
And there's a blue version of blue uniform. Let's see this wall. Yep, definitely wall.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming.
Ooh, let's see.
1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected.
Okay, that's good to hear. But how high is that fucking wall going?
4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
5,000 yards. And can't see the fucking thing. Right. Imagine if you're pissing and you forget about it and just... Oh, what the fuck just hit me?
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us.
I thought I was going to say...
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
Same here! That's what I was thinking too. That's what I was hoping for. Big fireball, but no, it just goes do. And disappointed. No fireball. Well, you can always put turrets at the front of it and just hit it and then start landing and just shoot the fuckers down on the way down. Wait a minute, is this that guy? Oh. Shite.
By the gods. It's Alphino.
So unfortunately glad they didn't.
What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
Soundboard's pretty glad it wasn't a fireball then. Don't tell me you got hit with that fucking annoying voice.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
Oh, God.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
Echo! Echo! It is him. Oh, what was his name? Black Wolf? No. Shit. Wasn't it Black Wolf? Was it the top one? Ah, I forgot. Fuck. Wait, Black Wolf, no. No, it ain't, no. Ah. Shit, help. I can't remember that fucking guy's name. What was it? Black Wolf? No. Shit, I'm not gonna remember names, that's the problem. Was it Black Wolf? I'm sure I didn't hear anybody called Black Wolf. Was there? Fucking one with that one. I don't know if it was Black Wolf.
Aye. Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf.
Fucking didn't matter.
That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished.
Oh, didn't matter one I picked. Oh, thank God.
Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
Yeah, I want to know too. I want to know how the fuck he survived. Because I'm trying to remember.
Do you remember how it unfolded?
Sort of.
How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea? The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god.
Yeah.
Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least.
Actually, what was it again?
A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians. The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge.
Nice one.
My principal quarry was to be La Habrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion. But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the Red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones,
belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source.
Okay.
The first was La Hebrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
We have files on La Hebrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets.
Ooh, interesting.
It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention.
His voice actor sounds familiar. I know I've heard that voice from somewhere, but I can't place it where.
They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Fucking your voice is gonna piss me off now. Oh, I know that voice from somewhere, but where? Fuck!
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours.
So basically chemical warfare.
Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
It would be an effective weapon, of course.
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Ciegalvus.
Okay.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
Oh, yes. Ah, that felt good.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized.
Oh, cloning technology.
And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
Lovely. That prick again.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor?
I think it was both.
I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland. It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
I'll let it slide.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
It's gonna be interesting to see him again.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least.
Ah, shit happens, man. As the saying goes, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies even closer.
Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
Let's go. Oh, there's a lot of cutscenes. And we haven't spoken in the yes. Where are we going now? Oh wait, I should automatically be there. That's the hassle. Right, where are we next? Come on, give me the new dungeon, please. Does if private chamber? Yep. Healers? Yeah. That's where we will speak. Great, he's just like the same as them. Return to us alive. Yeah, try to find a way and find the way that means to make him. I can't read half this shit. Then you can bet fully you as dedicated duties as a scion. Yours and your brother both. For some reason that doesn't make sense to me. That's on the conversation. I didn't say it there. Of course, that something to be made a little time to make them. Yeah. Just too busy. He comes around my shoot. There's other people watching. Hey, welcome. Wasn't expecting anyone to be watching. Usually people just watch them after I uploaded them. Well, finish streaming them. I'm not bothered by that. I think as long as I have fun and people enjoy it, perhaps some. Maybe some people that like see the cutscenes. Or you get some of the player people just buy and it's like, yeah, guess what, I'm just gonna buy and skip the complete story, and you're just like, oh great, they just missed all the good parts. These bastards. Okay, I'm gonna sit properly, or my back's gonna stiff. Ah, there we go. Yes. Hopefully the quality is actually decent because I just set it down to 72 low, just to make sure everything works smoothly until I get a better broadband connection along with the provider moment. I can basically get a few special one I have good news about. So once I get that sorted out, my internet connection's problem should be bye-bye. Here's the thing, if you're ever going back to company with, if it's with one called Sky, do not go with Sky here. Fucking new shit, they're unreliable, and their customer service is a pile of shite. So go with, and actually avoid BT as well, because BT and Sky work together. I'm sure Torto works with them as well. Oh, kind of BPU Sky remarks and top but if they do, oh, unreliable customer service for the fuckers. And no matter how many times I've complained about the connection, you say, oh, nothing's wrong with it. Oh shit. Bastards. Hey, come on, let's get to the next part. Come on, I want to do the dungeon. Come on, let me have it. Please. I want to see what it's like. Oh, that's okay. That'd be part of the leg and the leg twitches. Oh. Meanwhile, in the Black Roses. Black Rose. Oh, it's him.
Our supplies at Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
Jesus Christ, they can work fucking fast.
See that you do.
Jesus Christ, they are fast builders. Fucking workers. And who's going to be behind them?
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
Chemical warfare.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
Yeah, coward.
How very noble of you.
Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing.
A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect.
The thing is, everybody's, well, I mean, my mates, when it comes to the Emperor, not him, but like, we're all thinking something about him. It's like, I'm not sure if he's really bad as they think everybody's making out to be. It's like he's probably doesn't want to work with
Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence.
Oh, goody.
Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
So that means I could go through the fucking wall, actually. Cocky fucker, isn't it?
While you do what, precisely?
Yeah. You're not really as bad as you make out be. You know you really hate these bastards as much as everybody else does. We know. We can see through you.
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
Look at porn.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise.
His mortal demise? Okay, I'm interested. What is it?
Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Okay, interesting.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Jesus Christ.
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed.
Wow, that is one fucked up nation.
Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way.
You are one hell of an asshole. I'll be glad to look forward to when I get a chance to kill you.
Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in Allagan cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the Founding Father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus. Like grandsire, like grandson, hey? If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise.
Wow.
You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
Okay. This guy's more I'm gonna enjoy it when the new stuff come out. Find out when it comes out so I can pre-order it. Ooh, hello. Won't be grabbing. Yeah, grabbing that. Oh. Critical hits by 4%, more HP by 4%, direct hit rate by 2%. Yeah, I probably would use that one a lot. But I would be going for the silver. I need the money. It's been quite a bit to do. Yeah. Okay, so we're going back to... Okay, let's go. My lord. Make haste and I'll join you in... yes, okay, so we're going back to Agony. There we go. Yeah, we are. Okay, good. Okay. We're down to the lock. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's hopefully get... Is there going to be more cutscenes? I don't mind them, but I would like to have a little bit of fighting, you know? I don't mind the storyline, I don't mind it, it's just... I wish I would do a little bit of mounting, do a little bit of fighting, you know? It would be nice. Break it up, do a little break from the storyline, just go, here, go kick the crap at these guys first. Go kick the crap at these guys first. Thank you, do that. Hey! You want a cutscene? Or just more talking? Yes, I do. I'm going where? Somewhere new? New headquarters? Somewhere I can just run around freely? Cutscene. I see a lot of familiar faces. Yep, definitely got a lot of people from all of them. Excellent.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Here. Glad you could join us.
You two are definitely a cute couple.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, while our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
This time I get to fight.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
Oh, right, lovely. Now we hear that part.
So, Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Bang on.
Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it.
Yeah, that's a problem with when it comes to chemical warfare. You think you maybe have the steps to defend against it, but there's always that one little thing that can come along and fuck your day up. Fucking pins and needles.
As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varys did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
Yeah, you got a good point there.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Hey.
Gods, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Pardon me.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
I am not afraid of politics. I'm not a fan of politics. Fuck it, I'm going for that one.
That's settled then. We don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling it's not going to be the way it is.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
Yep.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Okay. It's a lot of fucking flags. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, can I have to look at... Oh, come on, please tell me I get to look at them. Yes! Thank you. Let's see. What we got? Tornadoes. Maelstrom. I forgot. Who the fuck are you? Recognize that one. I think that's... Oh wait, that's Fish. You? I don't have a fucking clue. Okay, so that's... No. Yeah. Oh, al amigo. Yeah, so I'll do that. So the maelstroms are there. Tornadoes are there. Maelstroms. I forgot their fucking name for their alliances. Oh boy, that's bad. Could I actually check the alliances because I forgot their fucking names. Great. It doesn't tell me. That's fucking fantastic. I just want you to remember. I always forget when you want to fucking name on the alliances. So, Tornadoes, Maelstroms, and I forgot their name. Oh well. Doesn't matter, let's go this way. I never get my names. But I did PvP, I'll probably go boom, it'll come to my fucking head like that, I'll be like, oh, I just need to look at the... Yeah, let's go. We try. The hell? Oh, right, sorry.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
Mm-hmm.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Dorma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Okay, I get politics. I hate politics, even in real life.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words.